Estella was born in England in the early 1950s with black and white hair, which was already unique poliosis, a medical disorder. Estella enrolls in school in 1964 when she is 12 years old, but the other pupils shun her because of her strange hair color and shady demeanor. Estella's mother, Catherine, quickly recognizes potential in her because of her fashion sense and love of dogs, particularly Buddy, a stray puppy she adopts. Estella is expelled from school by Catherine because of her rebellious temperament, and they decide to relocate to London to start again. Estella is instructed to remain in the car by Catherine as she attends a party held by Baroness von Hellman, Emma Thompson. Estella, however, ends up pursuing Buddy and collides with the Baroness' vicious Dalmatians. She sees Catherine talking to the Baroness as she hurries outside, and the Dalmatians end up knocking Catherine over a landing and into a cliff, where she dies. Estella, who is certain that she killed her mother, grabs Buddy and runs into the city, but not before misplacing her mother's priceless necklace. Jasper, Horace, and their dog Wink, two street urchins, find Estella and grudgingly invite her to remain with them while she dyes her hair red. The adult Estella, Jasper, and Horace steal and pickpocket to survive 10 years later in 1974. But Estella continues to create elaborate clothes designs for the neighborhood shops on Savile Row. Jasper and Horace secure her an entry-level position as a janitor for a Liberty clothing store on her 22nd birthday. Her manager continues to denigrate her while she makes recommendations, all of which are quickly rejected. Estella fixes one of the window displays while staying up late one night, and the Baroness notices it the next morning. She is impressed and invites Estella to join her prestigious group of fashion designers. Estella also develops a friendship with Artie, the proprietor of a vintage clothing shop, who admires her sense of style. In order to broaden her creative horizons, as she advances through the ranks, Estella takes on supervisory responsibilities for the Baroness. However, when she notices the Baroness wearing her necklace and learns that it was allegedly taken from her in the past, Estella turns to Jasper and Horace for assistance in stealing the necklace. But Jasper and Horace attempt to steal the jewelry. Estella enters the Baroness party under the guise of Cruella, but still sporting her natural hair color. To divert the partygoers, Jasper lets loose rats while the Baroness is wearing it. Estella realizes that the Baroness used the same dog whistle to instruct her Dalmatians to kill Catherine as she watches her use it to direct her Dalmatians. As Estella, Jasper, and Horace depart in a nicked Panther Deville, one of the Dalmatians eventually swallows the necklace. Now that she has a legitimate reason for retaliation, Estella continues to mock the Baroness by dressing extravagantly and stylishly for her opulent events and enlisting her old-school friend Anita Darling Kirby Howell-Baptiste to utilize her connections in the media to promote her. Jasper and Horace support Cruella despite feeling mistreated by her. Roger Cavan Novak, Cruella's attorney, is fired by the Baroness as she becomes increasingly enraged with Cruella. Roger then resumes his side job as a pianist. Until one of the Dalmatians gives up the jewelry, Estella continues to tease the Baroness by taking her dogs hostage. Estella's plans become more audacious as she commissions Artie to make more clothes, and the two of them collaborate to stage a fashion display in Regent's Park. The Baroness locates Cruella's hiding place and captures Jasper and Horace after finally realizing Cruella is Estella. Jasper and Horace are detained and given the blame for Estella's demise while she is restrained and burning the building to the ground. Estella is eventually saved by John, the Baroness's valet, who was able to steal the necklace that serves as a key to a box that contains Estella's birth records. Estella discovers that she is the Baroness's child. The Baroness, who was vain, wanted to have Estella removed after being dissatisfied with her pregnancy. Her husband passed away from despair after thinking Estella had passed away. John ordered that Catherine, the Baroness' personal maid, take custody of the child and raise it covertly. As a result of her frustration at being misled, Estella gradually accepts the truth and declares her intention to get revenge on Catherine by beating the Baroness and taking the name Cruella. Jasper and Horace are released from custody by Cruella, who also apologizes for not giving them credit and enlists Artie for one last ruse. They burst into the Baroness party and deceive her guests into donning Cruella wigs. Cruella then assumes her Estella persona for one last time, calls the Baroness outside, and confesses that she knows everything. The Baroness advances for a hug while seeming to be delighted to see her again. The guests are sent outside by John, Artie, Jasper, and Horace, where they see the Baroness pushing Estella off the landing and over the cliff. Thanks to Cruella, the police show up and detain the Baroness. After falling, Cruella deployed a parachute, and she later returned to see the Baroness being carried away. She now owns Hellman Hall, shortening it to Hell Hall, and assumes her rightful position as the classic villain after adopting the full name Cruella de Vil. In the middle of the credits, Cruella gives Roger and Anita, respectively, to Dalmatian puppies with the names Pongo and Perdita, setting the stage for the tale of the 101 Dalmatians. Roger starts to pen the song Cruella de Vil in honor of her after admiring her moniker.